Hello everyone, it is Builder 101 series, and in this video I will show you some additional UI elements and interaction inside the Builderius editor. Let's start from this element. As you may already know, when I click on the element, I select it. Settings related to this selected element will be visible on the left side, in this left side panel. There are additional icons here in the top, so when I click on this icon, it closes all categories of settings. So for instance, here only one category, and in the tab styles there are more categories. So for instance, if I open them, then I click this button, okay, and now it opened everything, and click again, it closed everything. Let's go back to the content tab, and there is another icon for conditional logic. So when you click it, there is a button add new condition, and here conditions connected to dynamic data. Okay, also a less known fact that actually the name of this element can be updated. I can set custom name, like custom something like this, right? Sometimes it's also useful to call the element based on its functionality, correct? Some similar icons are here in the right sidebar. So also this icon opens, collapses or expands all the element in the tree. So for instance, let me add here form, because form has a lot of elements here, and many of them are parent elements with children inside. So when I click on this icon, I just collapse everything or expand everything, and then this button will delete all elements here. I will get back to it shortly. Just wanted to remind you one of the workflow useful tricks. So when I add elements, if I press shift and then click items like this, the inserter will not be closed, and then this element will be added here. And additional trick is, again, when I press shift button, I can click on elements here, and inserted will not be closed as well. So it works like this. I add a div, then I would like to add, for instance, heading and div, and then I click div again because I want to add heading and paragraph again. You know, it's like a useful workflow trick. Let's proceed to hotkeys. So for instance, here I have element div, it's a wrapper for label and input. I can copy and paste this element by using Command C, Command V, or on Windows it's Control C, Control V to copy elements. So first of all, I have to choose specific element that I would like to copy, and in case this element has children, all children elements also will be copied. So it copies not one single element selected, but also all its children. In this case, for instance, I would like to create a new field for my form. So I select this div wrapper because I want to copy all these three elements. Then I click, in my case, Command C, and there is a message copied, so it means that this is a successful operation. And then I should select element where I would like to paste this copied, recently copied element. So in this case, I select the form, and then I click Command V, and then these elements are added here. Sometimes your browser will ask you for permissions to paste elements to access clipboard. This is purely on the side of the browser, and in my case it works smoothly because I already granted such permission. In your case, you might be asked to do so. At the moment, my pasted form field is located below all other fields and button. I would like to put it on the beginning, let's say here. So while I drag in this element, you see there is this lichen, dashed lichen, that indicates me where exactly my elements will be inserted. In case some element is highlighted like this, it means that these elements will be inserted as children elements to the targeted. Okay, in this case I don't want to insert it inside label. I want to insert before div and after h3, so I do this. Good to know that in Builderius this area, canvas area, is very much workable and functioning. So for instance, if I want to set some value for input, I can do so and insert some text here. Okay. However, still sometimes it's not very useful to see this overlay at all. Sometimes it creates obstacles for your interactions while you testing forms or some interactive elements like hamburger menu for this navigational menu. By the way, it can be seen here. Yeah, this one. In this case, there is a hotkey to completely hide this overlay UI. In this case, I should click Option Command H like this, or for Windows, probably I will write the correct hotkey also in the comments to this video, but it should be Ctrl Alt H, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so now when I hover over elements, there is no this overlay UI at all, so it means that I completely 100% interact with elements in the canvas. However, when I click on elements here, I do not select them actually for editing. So sometimes it's useful, sometimes I just have to enable overlay again back. And also should know that hotkeys works when user focused in the panel area, not in the canvas area. In the canvas, those hotkeys do not work. In this case, I tried to press my hotkeys to re-enable overlay, but it does not work. So what does it mean, focus on the panel? It means that I just have to click somewhere in the panel or maybe choose element. And in this case, I kind of focused in the panel, in the builder panel. Or I can do this here or here, it doesn't matter. What matters is it should not be this canvas area, right? And then I click my hotkey and voila, I have my overlay re-enabled. Okay, so let me show you. If I remove elements, it prompts me to confirm. I have to double click it for security reasons, for reassurance reasons, right? So click. Now there is nothing. And it prompts me to add element, so I click it, and then I can again start adding elements, start working in my template.